Hi people, so today I am going to talk about the Mandela Effect. If you don't know what the Mandela Effect is, it's this massive conspiracy theory. It is based on the fact that thousands of people remember certain things differently than other people. It's called the Mandela Effect because it has started off with Nelson Mandela. Thousands of people believed that Nelson Mandela died in prison, and so when he actually died, people were confused because they thought he died in prison. And there are so many things like this, things from our childhood, logos, TV shows, films, even the names of celebrities. Thousands of people remember things differently. The first time I heard of this conspiracy theory was from the YouTuber Shane Dawson. He does a lot of conspiracy theories on his channel, and a couple of months ago he talked about the Mandela Effect and it blew my mind. The first one he spoke about was this children's book called The Berenstain Bears. I've never heard of it, I never experienced it as a child. I'm assuming it was just an American thing. People remember the Berenstain Bears as being called the Berenstein Bears. But whenever I've watched videos about the Mandela Effect from specifically American people, they've all mentioned this children's book and they all remember it being spelt differently. I can't believe it's taken me so long to discover the Mandela Effect, to be honest. There are some products, TV shows, films, quotes, whatever, that I have heard of that I strongly believe have changed. The first one that really blew my mind, the first one I strongly believe in, is the Looney Tunes. When I was younger, I used to love watching Looney Tunes. It used to always be on, and I strongly remember the tunes in Looney Tunes being spelt T-O-O-N-S. Looney Tunes is in fact spelt T-U-N-E-S. I am so strongly against this because I used to think it was a kind of play on word type thing. Cartoons, Looney Tunes, you know, the same kind of thing. So it made sense to me that it was Looney, T-O-O-N-S, and not tunes. I mean, that just looks wrong, it sounds wrong. And then there was a spin-off of baby characters called Tiny Toons, and that is T-O-O-N-S. So if Tiny Toons is spelled T-O-O-N-S, then why isn't Looney Tunes? I just believe that that has changed. The next one I want to talk about is one that Shane Dawson mentioned in his last video about the Mandela Effect, and that is Kit Kat. I love Kit Kats. They were always one of my favourite chocolate bars, and I distinctly remember Kit Kat being spelt with a dash in the middle. So it was Kit dash Cat. You look up the Kit Kat logo now, you go in the shops and find a Kit Kat, it's all one word. I don't remember it as being one word. I remember there being a dash in the middle. Quotes from very popular films that hundreds of thousands of people have probably watched over and over again. The first one is from Star Wars, and that is Luke, I am your father. Apparently he didn't say Luke, all he said was, no, I am your father. Admittedly, I'm not a fan of Star Wars. I haven't seen this film since I was little. I have not watched any remake of Star Wars. I don't like Star Wars in general. But Luke, I am your father. It's one of those quotes that is repeated over and over again. How can we all be saying this quote so wrongly for so long? Another one I want to mention is another old film, and again, admittedly, something I haven't watched in a long time, but also is a quote I've heard being repeated over and over again throughout my entire life, because it's one of those famous quotes that supposedly no one is supposed to forget or get wrong. It's a quote from Forrest Gump, and the way I've always heard it is, life is like a box of chocolates. But apparently that is wrong. It's life was like a box of chocolates. So the full quote goes, my mum always says life was like a box of chocolates. Why would he talk about his mum having said this in the past tense? Why would it be life was like a box of chocolates? Is it no longer like a box of chocolates? The next one I want to mention is actually a title of a popular film, and that is Interview with a Vampire. That's how I remember it. Interview with a Vampire. But no, again, I'm wrong. It's Interview with the Vampire. The next one is a related one, Sex in the City. That's how I remember it, Sex in the City, but no, that's wrong. It's Sex and the City. Another one I very strongly believe as being different is Febreze. I've always remembered Febreze, Febreze, but apparently I and thousands of people have all remembered this wrong. There aren't 3 E's in Febreze, there are only 2. The next one I want to mention is a character in a cartoon film. Curious George. He's a cartoon monkey, a very cute monkey. I remember seeing Curious George when I was little. I remember Curious George having a tail, but looking back at the film or videos or photos, there is no tail. I vividly remember Curious George having a tail, and now apparently he doesn't. The Monopoly Man, another very famous character. I remember distinctly, very distinctly remember the Monopoly Man having a monocle. There is no monocle. I used to love Monopoly, and I remember that monocle. I remember it. And finally, before I go absolutely crazy, the last Mandela Effect thing I want to mention is probably one of, if not the most famous painting on the planet, and that is the Mona Lisa. Everyone remembers the Mona Lisa. She is famous for not smiling, or at least that's one of the things she's famous for. Take a look at the Mona Lisa. Do you notice something different? Because I do. That's right, the Mona Lisa is actually smiling. Again, this one looks different to me, and it looks different to so many other people as well. Like I said at the beginning of this video, I have been obsessed with the Mandela Effect ever since I first heard of it. I have been looking for things that are different. I haven't actually found anything myself, but I am on the lookout for anything else that might be different. Not everyone remembers all these things differently. Some people are completely opposed to this. They don't believe it's changed, which then begs the question, why is this a thing? Why are so many people remembering things differently? So the first theory goes that it's time travel. People from the future are traveling back in time and for some reason are changing things. Another theory is that we are in different realities, different universes. This would help explain why some people see the Mandela Effect and other people don't. That maybe some people have swapped realities and other people haven't. Whew. So there you guys go. That is the Mandela Effect. Let me know in the comments any Mandela Effects you have seen, if you believe in it, what your thoughts and theories are on it. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I hope everyone is having a great day, and I will see you next time.